NOLA Gent here, in this episode, Galatoires.
Welcome to NOLA Gent. Let the good times roll. This episode of NOLA Gent is sponsored by NOLA Boils, and they covered my lunch cost for today. Thanks a lot, NOLA Boils. Greatly appreciated. Alright, well, let's head on inside.
What's up, Rockin? How you going, man?
All right.
Good to see you.
Yeah.
Galatoires is located in the French Quarter on Bourbon Street. Please do note that Galatoires has one of the stricter dress codes in the New Orleans area. And when entering, if a gentleman might have forgotten his jacket, they do have a rack here where typically they have extra jackets for people. COVID-19 times, they don't. Here's the James Beard Award that Galatoires won back in 2005. And let's go ahead and look upstairs real quick. So I have actually only ever eaten downstairs. That's where more of the fun typically happens in Galatoires. I have been to many events upstairs here at Galatoires. So typically most of the locals want to try to get downstairs to eat, and Friday lunches are quite famous at Galatoires as people start lining up early to get in on Fridays for lunches during normal times. These days, not much is going on. I've had a lot of fun at this bar right here, so lots of good times in this area. And then the dining rooms are back in this direction, but also I've been to quite a few private events up in this section as well. So as you can tell, there is nothing going on upstairs right now. Galatoires has been here for 115 years and was founded back in 1905. If you're enjoying this tour of Galatoires, go ahead and give the video a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do that too if you want to keep seeing more content like this. So the waitstaff at Galatoires is very interesting, as many of them have worked here for generations and it's been handed down from father to son. One of our waiters today has been here since 1960. Now we're going to take a right next to the bar here, and then this will take us to Galatoires' sister bar, Galatoires 33 Bar and Steak. They have a bit of a more relaxed dress code for this restaurant, and I've been to quite a few private events in this area as well. Now let's head back into Galatoires, and then we're going to be heading back in front of the bar here, and we'll see that there is an elevator right here to the right. So that will take us back down to the main dining room downstairs, and then down here is where the bathrooms are. So it's always good to know where the bathrooms are. And downstairs, the bathrooms are in the same area. They're to the back of the dining room. Here we are downstairs in the bathroom area. There's the elevator that we just came down on, and now we're walking into the main dining room. And wow, I have never seen Galatoires this deserted inside. I wish I could tell you that NOLA Boils rented out the whole place just for me, but the unfortunate truth is the French Quarter is deserted and there's hardly anybody here. There's lots of businesses boarded up. We really are hurting badly here. We've got to get the economy back up and going like so many other areas. So, today at lunch, we've got Rockin Dopsie eating with us, along with the crew from NOLA Boils. And they already put the bread out for me. I must look hungry. We're going to have a good time today. So, it's time for our first mandatory drink, and then we'll do a toast to the good times ahead. Oh, and appetizers have arrived, so the feast is beginning. Here we have the soufflé potatoes, which are crispy potato puffs with béarnaise sauce and fried eggplant. Here we have the crab maison, and then the oysters and brochette, and then we have the oysters Rockefeller, and some shrimp remoulade. So this plate of appetizers in most other cities would be called lunch, but this is just our beginning. This is so much food, it's so delicious. Alright, it's time to dig in and start trying some of these delicious shrimp. Ooh, I love shrimp remoulade. It's so good. Delicious stuff. I've got to eat one of the oysters Rockefeller. Now, oysters Rockefeller was first invented in New Orleans at Antoine's restaurant. Don't forget, all other places outside of New Orleans did not invent it, they copied it, so they usually don't have the real recipe. Ooh, very delicious flavors in this. Now for one of the puffed potatoes. These taste kind of like a combination of potato chip and French fry, all in one. And that sauce that you see me slathering all over the souffle potatoes is a béarnaise sauce. It's so good. I put it on everything here. Ooh, I do love the béarnaise sauce here. It's fantastic on the fried eggplant even. They don't give you a paper menu here. Your waiter verbally tells you what's available today and then you order it. And my main entree has arrived. I got the veal chop with more béarnaise sauce, of course. So let's look at what everybody else got. The rest of the table all got lamb chops and they also look really delicious. So it's gonna be a chop kind of day. So maybe I should have gotten the lamb chops, but for a little variety, I got the veal chops just to kind of be a little different than everybody else for our filming today. And I was even able to get a little piece of lamb shared with me. Lamb.
If that's not gorgeous, bring that delicious up, guarantee you that.
My veal chop is also equally delicious as the lamb chop. They're both fantastic pieces of meat today. The lamb was so tender, but not quite as tender as my amazing veal chop. So I do love both cuts of meat, but the veal chop has a slight edge on tenderness and a little more béarnaise sauce on there to add a little extra oomph to it already. It doesn't need the sauce, but a little extra béarnaise sauce is never a bad thing. So, excellent food is always improved with a little béarnaise. And the combination of the béarnaise sauce with the veal just makes for quite a pleasing effect on the palate. And a use of the napkin is a little more frequent, of course. Here we go, it's almost my last bite. I've polished this off very quickly. Ooh, this is so delicious. And of course, we've got one little bite here. It's sort of sad for it to almost be over. This was quite an enjoyable feast of meat right here. But I still have a little more to gnaw off the bone. This was just a fantastic piece of meat from start to finish. Now it's time for dessert with some custard. Okay, this looks pretty great. Let's see how the first taste goes. This is pretty nice custard. Custard isn't my favorite dessert usually, but they do quite a good version here. Go ahead and get another bite. This is gonna go down pretty fast, it looks like. So they do an excellent sauce on top of this. It adds a lot more flavor than a lot of other custards that you get. And this might be one of the best custards I think I probably have had over the last year at least when I've tried custards in other establishments around the city. Ho 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 ho, here goes the last bite. And we finished dessert and it's time for a little fun.
The washboard every night. I should have bought it. I should have bought it.
We're at Galatoires right now. Right. So David's gonna sing you a little song.
There you go.
I don't know how to do the selfie thing.
Well, we're live.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
I'm filming.
You're good.
You got it? You got it, man. Y'all be good.
All right, man.
All right. Hey, now.
All right, can you hear it? Can you see David?
Sit. Can you see me? Ready?
Ready? Come on.
Sitting in the morning sun, I'll be sitting when the evening comes, watching the ship roll in. Then I watch her roll away again. While sitting on the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away. Ooh, I'm sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time. You know I left my home in Georgia, headed for the Frisco babe. I had nothing to live for. Ooh, look like nothing's gonna come my way. So I'm just gonna sit on the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away. Ooh, I'm sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time. Hit the chorus. Looks like nothing's gonna change. Everything still remains the same. I can't do what these people want me to do, so I guess I remain the same. I'm sitting here resting my bones. My friends at Galatoires just won't leave me alone. Ooh, 2,000 miles I roam. I got to make this dock my home. So I'm just gonna sit on the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away. Ooh, sitting on the dock of the bay, I'm wasting time.
We got no more.
This is from NOLA balls to you. God bless you. Stay safe. Yeah, peace out, c'est bon.
That
That was the man. I never got a chance to see him, meet him, and do a lot, but I did it. Oh, I tell you what, the man. Oh, he was a man.
He was.
She like that?
Well, look,
She probably
I gotta get you coming. What are you, baby?
let me tell you.
And we had a little more singing.
Times in our lives, we all have pain, we all have sorrow, but if we are wise, we know that there's always tomorrow. Lean on me when you're not strong. I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on. Oh, it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Just call on me, brother, when you need a friend. We all need somebody to lean on. I just might have the problem that you understand. We all need somebody to lean. Now check this out.
Hey, look, and we still got a pork chop.
There is a load you have to bear that you can't carry. I'm right up the road. I'll bear your load if you just call me. Call me
When you need a friend.
call me
Early in the morning, brother.
call me up, baby, now call. If you ever need a friend, my buddy, NOLA Ball right here in New Orleans at
NOLA.com.
Galatoire, NOLA.com.
That's
Check
what
it
she
out.
said.
Best,
Boom, boom.
best seafood in the
Yes,
city.
it worked.
Hey, love you, baby. I gotta run to Covington.
Well, I don't know anywhere else in the world where you can have quite as interesting and fantastic an experience as we did in a nearly deserted restaurant in a nearly deserted French Quarter. At this point, the medical necessity is no longer any excuse for the current situation, because as you can clearly see in many of my other videos, other areas of the country are economically booming in their tourist areas, while New Orleans is literally dying. So, let the good times roll again, and thanks so much to NOLA Boils for the great lunch.
Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. And if you would just click on the little circle here with a picture of my head in there and subscribe to the NOLA Gent channel, it would really help me a lot. I really appreciate it. Thank you.